how are we going to do that? Instead of spending money on suing each other and in court, and instead of with RIFs and all this garbage that's going on, that they're spending millions of dollars on phony referendums that are for their own political gain, that money should be going in advertisement and marketing to change public perception of Chicago public school teachers. That's how we do it. And the money's not being spent. $30 million. We can't find a couple $100,000 to spend on advertisement, on the radio, when you're driving to work in the morning. Get those PR packages. We have educated people in our union. We don't need to spend a lot of money on PR firms. We just need the right people from in our union in this position. And our union has the best and the brightest in all the different caucuses, and Ted Hodge Harris will bring them together. That's why I walked away from a $150,000 a year job in salary and perks.
I repeat, $13,000 increase. Nobody's fussing about that. Nobody's raising hell about that.
Right. And if you saw the follow-up story, the board called that author down to try and show him where he was wrong with his figures, and after an hour of trying to keep a straight face, that he didn't come away with one example of where he was wrong. So his story has exposed them all for the hypocrites they are. And sadly, the media isn't as interested in the union election. They don't get into too much of the internal politics. So we'll see how that goes with the caucuses. However, Linda was right also about a handful of people down at the Merchandise Mart. I think that Clinicians on the Move is the right way to go for you all. It's not just a handful of people at the Merchandise Mart. It is all of us. We are the union is out in the trenches in 600 schools, and you're organizing, you're coming together. Your leadership says that they're nonpartisan because they want the 1,600 clinicians out there to be a force no matter who gets elected on July 1st. So being active, being organized, making your voices heard is the first step to counter the hypocrisy that we have to deal with on the side of management.
I agree with what Debbie said. I just want to say I'm humbled to be in your presence. I'm humbled by the work you do, and I really believe that the key to the budget issue, as we said earlier, disaggregated, we have asked, we have begged, and then we've also done a Freedom of Information Act and fast-tracked it down to Lisa Madigan's office. So we've been doing this. But one of the things that we cannot do is any work without you. The key is, we need to come to you. That's the bottom line, because I don't believe that's been happening. And I hope you will understand that if we don't do anything else, all of us here are listening. That is extraordinarily important. It's what you guys do on a regular basis. But I do hope that this forum has let you know that you have some serious alternatives. You have some major choices to make. But the most important choice goes back to why you're here. We're all here for one reason. Because we want to bring back that passion and joy to the work that we do. Thank you.
All right, I want to thank all the candidates here because they put up to the hard questions. And I want to thank everybody here for coming. Please fill out the evaluation form. The other thing is I wanted to mention to you is that everybody here should have gotten the sample ballot in the mail. Now remember, we are going to be getting our ballots through the mail. It's not going to, you cannot vote at the schools. So if you hadn't gotten this, you ain't going to be able to vote. This is a sample ballot. It's a sample ballot. Yeah, May 7th is when it's going to be mailed out, but I want you to, understand that that's the way you're going to vote. Don't try to vote in the school. Thank you very much.